The 21st and final stage of the 111th Tour de France was unique. The first time ever that it wasn't going to finish in Paris. And starting in Monaco, finishing in Nice, a beautiful backdrop with royalty and cycling royalty around as well. The King of the Mountains was here to celebrate the top three. We're here to fight it out for the podium and the stage win. Would anyone else be able to surprise them? Tadej Pogacar was all smiles as he began a time trial at home, 33.7 kilometres from Monte Carlo up La Turbie, across to Col d'Èze, the second time check, and the famous Paris-Nice climb before descending into the city on the south coast of France. Promenade des Anglais traversed in the right direction, then the different direction from Paris-Nice, for a finish in the square. Mark Cavendish, though, was the first man who really took in the fans' applause. A final Tour de France, a record broken, a chance to welcome his fans, and a chance to say goodbye. Mark Cavendish finishing his tour, finishing his career at the Tour with the time trial alone, and the family watching and waiting. The first of many stories of the day was written. Another one was being written for a while as well. Lenny Martinez, the youngest Frenchman to ride the Tour since the early 80s, a third generation of riders, and he would take an early trip to the hot seat. Binyam Girmay making history as the first black African to win the green jersey. 3 stage wins, Eritrean fans ready to welcome him home. Another story to write home about after a fairy tale tour. It was a feel-good day in Nice. Victor Capenaerts had given us plenty of emotion. A stage winner the other day, he was close to Martinez here, giving it a good effort. And the generations of Martinez family were there to enjoy it. Harold Tejada was the surprise, though. He'd be the one to send Martinez away from the hot seat. The Colombian, not known for his time trial prowess, taking just under 10 seconds off. And then it was the turn of the world time trial champion. Evenepoel signing in. Tadej Pogacar hoping to sign off with another victory. Romain Bardet, the next story to tell. A goodbye to the Tour de France, 11 months prior to his retirement. A stage win in a yellow jersey, a happy prize to take away. Then it got serious. Into the top 5. Almeida versus Landa, 40 seconds in it. Almeida always the favourite to keep his 4th place. Remco Evenepoel, one of the favourites, if not the favourite for victory. World time trial champion. And his team thought that they were the favourites too. Then Jonas Vingegaard turned up. He'd lost the momentum to Evenepoel earlier in the week, but had snatched it back in style. Pogacar then, 5 stage wins, looking for number 6, but no pressure. Would it be a Poggy procession or something better? Evenepoel was up early on, much as expected, and putting many a second into the time trial. Pogacar wanted to hear those references higher, though, as Derek G was also setting some of his own. Evenepoel came to the top of the first climb at La Turbie in charge. But that lead did not last long, because Jonas Vingegaard was finding his best time trial form again. That soon to be bettered by the main man. At this point, still just a handful of seconds in it. Pogacar versus Evenepoel versus Vingegaard was still on. Next was the top of Col d'Èze. Everybody watching the times tick by, and Vingegaard putting almost half a minute into Evenepoel. Even more impressive though, yes, that man again. 24 seconds quicker. At the finish, Carapaz was making more history for Ecuador as the King of the Mountains. Derek G was riding one of the rides of his life, briefly in the lead. There were scares on the way down. Pogacar, Evenepoel and Vingegaard were all pushing the envelope. Each and every one of those riders, all still on this final race, wanting to beat each other. scary speeds of over 90 k's an hour down the hill to the finish. Jorgensen finishing at home in Nice and taking the lead by 23 seconds. Almeida secured 4th place overall. And Pogacar knew he was on the way to a 3rd Tour de France victory. He had time for showboating. Evenepoel taking the lead, but he would have known by this point that that was about to be beaten again. All the courage, perseverance and character shown by Vingegaard, still fighting to the last. But Pogacar, the man of the moment, as the fans got to see the conquering hero. 6 stages at the Giro in pink, 6 stages at the Tour for yellow, the double done for the first time in 26 long years. Just the 7th rider to do it, and his team celebrating as Vingegaard finished with pride, as did Evenepoel, all of them securing their spots and winning their battles. The record holder, you may be looking at the next as well. A few more years before we get to that. For now, though, yet another stage win for Pogacar, a 6th of this race. The winning bike held aloft, the podium occupied, dominated by the rider of his generation. A generational talent in the form of his life. 6:17 the victory margin, 9:18 in front of Evenepoel. Binyam Girmay takes the green jersey back to Eritrea. Richard Carapaz has the polka dots. The Ecuadorian fans were happy too. And Remco Evenepoel, a Belgian white jersey winner, he will be expected to step up to yellow in the future. But will he be able to do it? Mark Cavendish won't be there anymore. He was presented by Tony Parker on the podium with a very special jersey. His family looked on, and the world looked on at the top riders in the world. Pogacar versus Vingegaard, already possibly the greatest of rivalries we've ever seen in this sport and this race. And this, one of the top tours. What a look back. 21 special days we won't forget. Thanks for watching on Eurosport and Discovery Plus.